Stream elements. Bill 1949T is now live. Streaming DCS World, My Flight Simming, DCS.
Request refueling. Request
Copy.
rearming.
Copy. Refueling complete. Rearming complete.
in a Mosquito at the moment, just getting ready to take off with Lexor as navigating radio operator. Although you can't see him, he's sitting just there. As you see, the back of the seat is folded down so that he has access to all the radio equipment.
Oh, a game of hide and seek? How exciting!
Okay, Lexor, copy.
Yeah, copy.
Okay, I'm good for texting. That didn't seem ever so loud. Oh, my volume's down a fraction, so yeah, that might work for me. My voice meter volume is down a fraction, so that wasn't blowing my ears out.
Right, gotcha. Before you roll, just because we're on a northerly orientation currently, it'll be slightly easier for working out the bearings. So bear.
Yep, copy that.
What just happened to the radio?
What just happened? What do you mean?
I was listening to Dave, and then I wasn't.
I have no idea. I haven't done anything that I'm aware. I brought up the radio window and sort of shrunk it down a bit, but that's all I did.
Dave has stopped trans. Apparently Undead can hear Dave.
He can. if you copy, I do seem to remember that Dave went quieter, as if you'd pulled the volume down. Is it possible that the volume somehow clicked down to 0?
I don't know at the moment. I'm trying to work that out. The volume is up. Undead can hear him on the radio, it's just that I can't. I don't know if we might have taken a hit or something that damaged our radio. Although I can't see any visual indication.
Yeah, I see what you're saying, but yeah, like you say, there's no visual indication of damage. Could request repair.
Okay, give me 2 seconds. Okay, actually, if you start rolling, and we just do some circle, and I can talk undead through tuning the aerial for directions.
Yeah, copy that. I'm ready to roll now, so here we go.
Yep.
So I'm piloting at the moment, and Vaxor is in the nav seat, although you can't see him, he's just there. Vaxor's in the navigator seat and he's operating radio, and the idea is we're going to try and find Dave. And Dave is one of there's many Daves that we can rescue after Dave lost their aircraft. We'll try and find them by radio, directional radio. Okay, if anyone's receiving me, can they just give me a yes or something in the chat? Because something had happened then, which I've not seen before. I'm going to take off. Blacksaw will probably give me instruction as navigator. He'll give me instruction on where to go, and we'll see if we can find Dave. I don't know why, but my frame rate is comparatively very low. Don't know what should be knocking my frame rate down, but we're down at 18, 19 FPS at the moment. So I don't know what's going on there. I'm normally, this time, would expect to be at least in double that. Just trying to see if there's anything else that I can get rid of on the other screens. Don't think there is. I don't think I checked my frame rate last night, so I don't know what it was. Okay, I'm going to hold here, wait for Lexor's instruction. Yeah, pilot to nav. I'm holding it at this part of the runway. If you're still in the aircraft, you might have jumped out actually.
No, it's still here. If you wanna get in the air, I suppose. If you want, I haven't. I'm just still talking under about tuning the direction of the air.
As I copy that, I'll head east, but I'll cut round and circle the airfield or something until we know what we're doing. So, okay, let's go. Just check, flaps are set. I'm all good, trim is all set. Throttle up. And rotate. Concerned about that pylon there for a moment. I drifted over to the left. I was afraid I was going to hit it, but got away with it. Gear is up, flaps coming out. There's a window, it's a bit drafty. So I'm now just waiting for Laxor. Laxor's talking to Undead. Undead, I believe, is in another mosquito. I haven't checked the map, but I think he is. So Laxor's assisting him verbally on what to do with his mosquito, and when he's done with that, he will then perhaps be able to give me a heading to go to rescue the Dave that he has on his radio. So when someone bails out or crashes, they become a Dave, and we can then go and rescue that Dave. They give us information and we can go and rescue him. Very often that's by chopper. In this case we're going to locate, we can't rescue, but we can locate him in the mosquito using radio directional finding. Oh, well, we have enemy units on the airfield by the looks of it. Near the airfield, but not on it. Got a slight hit on me. Oh, I didn't see them. don't worry too much about them because I don't go and hit them and then they end up taking me out and I've then got to respawn and get ready for another operation. I'm not sure where they hit me. Engines appear to be okay. Might be damage on the starboard wing, possibly. That has to be undead in a mosquito. Oops.
Check Bill. I think our radio is defective.
Okay, or I can respawn or land and get repaired.
It's probably about as much as long as the other.
Well, much as it pains me, I don't normally, but what I might do is simply leap out of this right now rather than land and respawn just for speed.
Okay.
Right. Go in now then.
Check 1, 2. I have turned power.
You have what?
Power is on.
Oh, okay, thank you. Yeah.
Magneto's on, but the power.
Yeah, that's fine, that's fine.
Request refueling. Request rearming. Request refueling. Request
Copy.
rearming.
Copy. Refueling complete.
Run the starter.
Copy. Rearming complete.
Could you turn on your left knee radio to channel A?
There you go.
Your radio, can you put it onto channel A, please?
Yeah, it's on.
Oh, okay. It's not synchronising it.
Okay, it's there though, it's on.
Because once again, I'm not getting Dave, but Undead is.
That's odd, to say the least, I would have thought.
Yeah, because I heard it fine when I first tuned. I'm just going to dive into Undead's bird just for a second.
Yeah, okay. So that's Laxor rotating the directional finding aerial, the loop aerial. Though you can't see him, it's him that's doing it.
Right, build check.
Sorry, you saying you got him?
Yeah, apart from the fact that I keep forgetting how the map works and I keep losing my markers. Undead's initial readings estimated 40 degrees off of north, and it's going to be somewhere inside of that 80-mile radius, so it should be somewhere into NQ. Maybe the top northwest corner of NP.
NP. Hold on. Oh, I see. Top northwest NP. Yeah, copy that.
The marker was very briefly there, but then disappeared. So I don't know what caused that.
Okay, well, no worries. If I'm looking at that top left-hand quadrant of NP, that's a guide. We got 109s in the area as well, by the looks of it.
They are 120s coming in. 109's over to the east of passive.
Yeah, I just realised what they were. Because I was scrolled in, or rather scrolled out, it looked as though they were very close to the airfield, rather than over to the east, but of course, yeah, that is them, that's right. Hey, I'll start taxi. Just going to reset my track IR.
Yep.
Do you want me to hold at the end of the runway before takeoff, or are we good to go?
Okay, no, we're clear to proceed.
Copy that.
Oh, did you pick up fuel?
I did. Got full standard tanks plus 2 wing tanks.
Okay.
My frame rate is low. I don't know what it was last night, but at the moment I'm looking at less than 20 or just over 20, in the region of 20. Okay, commencing run. Rotate, rotate, gear up, flaps normal,
Right, the visual indicator is switched on and calibrated, so you want to make a slight turn to the left, and we should be going towards it.
I'm not getting the crosshairs really doing anything.
Yeah, that's it, those.
Could you give me a repeat of the square reference?
MP. November Papa.
MP what?
Well, if you scroll down enough, it's just NP.
Copy that. So the northwest corner of November Papa. Should I not be seeing anything on the crosshairs yet?
Sorry, say again.
Should I not be seeing any movement on the crosshairs yet?
It has moved. It's moved over to the right.
Oh, slightly maybe, okay.
We're going.
Yeah, sorry, I keep doing the opposite of what it says.
Okay, so straighten up. And then if I put it onto a more sensitive mode, actually, what is our heading currently? Pull around to 40 degrees.
70.
No, other way, other way. Yeah.
It won't be 40 now though, will it? Because we've taken off.
It'll be more around than where it was. So it's about 33 then. There you go, there you go. Your crosses are on, your lines are on. You need to go slightly to the right again. Just very slightly. Really slow bank. Sit straight. It's going to be off to our left a little bit. So the issue with the needles as it is that they're incredibly sensitive off of that center point. So it's actually moving round to our left as we speak. So if you bank round to the left.
Needles look as though they're crossing to the right.
No, they're to the left. It's the... Hey, what are you seeing? Have we got a complete desync?
Maybe. Maybe we always have. That's why I felt different.
Just straighten up now. Okay, we're straight, based upon what I see on the gauge, or close to. It's deflecting off to the left. Which kind of would imply he's nearby, but I wouldn't have thought he'd be this close. Although any deviation off of that centre line is accentuated somewhat when the gauge is on the what is it called? The high deflection mode. Your RPM is still in the 3000.
Well done, thank you. I remembered that earlier, but then forgot it this time in the height of the mission, as it were. For me, is the target is still slightly to the right.
What needles are you looking at?
Crossing over needles. Ones of left and right.
I'm going to have to get your stream up because what I'm seeing is totally different. Right, what is our current heading? We want to make it 26 and ignore what you see on the gauge and just go 26 degrees.
Cover that. I'm going round to 26. What's that like?
It's reading very slightly off to the right, which is fair enough because 20, whatever it was that I said was very rough. So if you keep coming very, very slowly, gentle to the right, straighten up. Whatever you're heading you're on now, stick to it. Oh, no, you've gone past it.
I'm about 30.
No, yeah. Hey?
I was on about 30.
Yeah, so maybe come round to 35.
Copy that.
Yeah, hold 35.
I don't think my needles are working at all.
Stay on this line, that is good. I would say we start losing altitude and start scanning.
I just realised we're in NQ now. Does that sound good or not?
The signal is slightly off to the right now, which is fair enough, because 20 was only a rough estimate. So if you do a slow bank round to the right, I'll call it when you straighten. Down now.
Copy that.
Yeah, it's pretty... They're starting to cross lower down. In fact, they're starting to get closer. I think, maybe? Maybe not.
One ahead of 50 now.
Yeah, but that's understandable. It is now over to the left, so slow bank left.
Copy, banking left.
The closer we get, the more quickly it's going to drift.
Yeah. Carry on banking.
Straight.
Lexor is currently my navigator. We are trying to locate a red vehicle using radio directional finding. How's our course?
Time. Spot.
Say again?
We're just spot on. Yeah, that's right on the crosshairs. Drifting very slightly to the left.
We are.
Oh, sorry, we need to drift very slightly to the left. Very slightly, straight.
Alexor's in the same aircraft with me right now. He's in that seat, although you can't see him.
Possible sighting just off. I don't know if it's a tree. Maybe that is a tree.
Yeah, tree trunks have caught me out a couple of times, and I thought I might have seen something, and then realised it's a dark tree trunk.
Oh no, hang on, it's there. Directly on our 3 o'clock. 2 fields across. Turn. What now?
Sorry, did you mean straighten up now?
Yep. Straighten up, nose down. He's in the dark green field just in front. Right below us. Right.
Oh, I see him. Didn't get the firework display though.
Might need to go over him lower.
Okay. I don't know where he is. Perhaps we could do that. I need enough time to turn and then make an accurate 180 degree.
Yeah, we're going to have to go right over the top of him, almost like we're doing a CSAR.
But I'm full flaps to go as slow as possible.
Yeah, speed isn't an issue, it's just the distance. And there might be an issue there anyway, because that should have...
So there's the red vehicle down there. When I go over the top of it, we should set off a load of flares, but that's not happening at the moment.
Sorry, I was on the wrong screen. It threw an exception on the line, so we're not going to get the fireworks, which is unfortunate, but...
Okay. Well, I'll do one more fly
It's ju-
past.
Okay, it's just really difficult to test this section of the code, because I need it can only be tested under a real scenario.
Yeah. Well, that should have scared the living daylights out of them. Right, what now?
Now we stall the bus. Oh, no, okay. I don't know, whatever you want, really.
Okay, well I haven't got any rockets on board, so I'll RTB and maybe rearm. That, I believe, ultimately, despite the fact that my needles weren't working, ultimately that was a success.
Yeah, complete success. And you got 20 gallons on your wind tank.
Thank you for keeping an eye on that, because I wasn't. Can you get a fix on the beacon? The Mosdock airfield?
Yep, there's a look. If only I could remember what it was.
That won't help me very much, I suppose, because my needles aren't working. So that was a nice, successful test. The only thing that didn't occur was the little firework display. As we flew over the red vehicle, Dave should have set off a bunch of flares, different colours, but he didn't. But Laxer was saying that he saw an exception in the code, so that's something he'll look at to find out how to sort that out. But that was a successful flight. So we're on our way back to Mosdock now, where I will get rid of the wing tanks and get armed with some rockets maybe, or even take a Spitfire. And I'm open to suggestions if anyone wants to state their preference. Getting a Morse code.
That's the eastern outer marker.
Copy.
You are You want to turn or bank very slightly right. Okay. Yeah, keep going around, so slow.
To the right, you're
To
moving
the
left,
right.
aren't you?
No, to the right. Well, unless I've tuned into the right.
Yeah, I'm pointing at the wrong runway. We'll go further to the right. Looking at the map, I need to go to left if anything.
Perhaps it's that one. 525 isn't actually listed on the dial, so I had to kind of guess it.
Okay. Where are we? Pretty much as we are, or
Actually,
slightly
no.
to the left?
No. The radio doesn't actually map to 525. I'm just seeing what the lower frequency.
Okay, well I'm just doing it by map at the moment. Visual on the map. Well, I'm aiming pretty much back at my stock at the moment, where I will drop the wing tanks and pick up rockets, or jump in a spit. This mission was quite successful. And my crosshairs have moved. Got crosshair movement now. Though I think it's still pointing at the wrong beacon. Wants to push me further to the west.
It might be on. There are two beacons, 1.06 on Vostok, east and west. So maybe it's picking up the eastbound one. I don't know.
I mean the westbound one. Maybe I don't know. I'm just according to the map now. We'll get a better idea when we get closer, maybe.
Yeah. I was also looking at the high deflection as well. So. Depending on how far you are to the source, deflection will, the high deflection kind of gives you an idea of how quickly you're drifting off course, but it's quite aggressive, so it will make it look like you're further off course than you are.
Yeah. I'm not sure my crosshairs are actually doing anything. They seem, I'm changing course, but they don't seem to be changing at all. I thought they were working, but now because I've tried to follow the crosshairs, I've gone further off course. I've got to go around to the left a bit.
The weird thing is, I don't know how much
Don't know what.
One moment. I can't remember what I was saying now.
Okay, no worries.
Oh yeah, I don't know what the stream delay is between you and YouTube.
It's quite long, I think. You're probably talking about 13 seconds.
Because I'm not seeing half of the input I seem to be seeing on your screen. Oh, hang on a minute, that's why. It's not live, it's on 10-minute. Beyond.
Oh, right. What? Is that a setting of mine or something that you've got on YouTube?
I wanted to just carry on watching where we are now, but it when I paused it and then unpaused it, it unpaused it at the same location.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, so your gauge there, I think, matches what I'm seeing.
But the two crosshairs aren't moving. Whatever I do, whatever course I fly, they stay the same.
No, they're not staying the same. But what it is they are less sensitive to your course deviations. So that's on because that's on low deflection. If I put it on high deflection,
Okay, let me go for that. Hold on.
yeah, but what that means is you're now on like a needle point of pointing at the right direction. Unless there is also another airfield with the same same frequency.
It might be pointing me at Nalchik.
Well, Nalchik is on a significantly different frequency. That's like 700 and 300.
Okay. It definitely seems to be wanting to take me to the like above the north of the airfield instead of like as you might imagine coming in from the east. It seems to be sweeping me round to the north or north of the airfield if I was to follow it.
Well, it would take us to whatever it's sensing the signal direction to be, because it would be the same principle as how we got to Dave in the first place. So it's more a case of whether the signal that we're hearing is the signal we think we're hearing.
Yeah, yeah.
Which, according to the radio and the frequency, 1.06 should be the marker for Vostok.
Okay, well I'll stick to roughly this course. we've got to switch tanks.
Alright.
Okay, got it back.
Oh, have you already done it? Okay, fine.
Yeah, I didn't know if you had access to them, so because the engines were dying, I thought I'd better just get in straight away.
Yeah, I think I have access to everything in the middle and to the right.
Okay, because those are sort of behind the pilot's seat and to the left, as he sits there, to the left of the navigator's seat.
Yeah, that's sort of on the middle line, really. To a certain degree. It's I can influence trim control, gear, bomb bay, flaps, your gun safe. Just trying to find what the next thing over would be that I can't influence. I can't influence your heading indicator, so for tuning of. So that's as far left as I can go. So sorry, the bomb bay flap is as far left as I can go.
Yeah.
In fact, where is... yeah, so I'm just going to right-click the rudder trim just very briefly. Right, okay. So for me, the rudder trim was pointing at the main center marker, but I did a single right-click, and it then synchronized with your setting.
Oh, okay. So when it's a bit like when you get in and you think your brake is on, but it's not on until you tell it to be on, although it looks as though it is, or something like that, or the other way around. But you have to actually move the control to make it register where you want it to be.
Yeah. I think maybe if I was in the aircraft at the very start, before you moved that gauge, then it would have synchronized as you moved it. But because it was already there when I got in, it didn't synchronize.
Okay, can you operate the flap latch, the flap lock latch? Can you move that?
Yeah, I've got full access to bomb bay gear and flaps.
So so move it now, and I'll see if it moves for me. Yes, that moved.
Yeah, because we're in. If maybe you were in the aircraft first and you flapped it out, and then I got in the aircraft, I wouldn't see. It wouldn't synchronize that piece of information.
Yep, I get that. I need to come round to the port a little bit. Okay, I've got eyes on the runway. I'm zooming. We've got one of the switches on the switch panel that's to the right, below the window, not turned on. I normally have them all turned on. Is that something that you have needed to turn off?
Bear with me just.
think there are enemy units near the airfield to the east, so I'm going to come in on 08. Okay, gear going down.
Okay, what was you asking about the water, sorry?
Hang on, stand by. I can't remember. Did you say water?
I thought you'd said something about water, and if it was something that I did, as opposed to you doing it.
Can't remember. Hang on. On finals, so concentrating. Gear is down. Put the flaps down for me. Thank you. A little less bumpier, less bumpy as the previous one, but still bumpy. It's handy not having to take my hands away to put the flaps down. Handy that you could do that for me, that was good. Well, I think I'm going to probably load up rockets now.
Okay, fair enough, I'll jump out and I've got no idea what I'm going to do actually, other than maybe think about why I can't find the cause of the bug.
Okay, well we've only got half an hour anyway. I might even jump in the spit actually, because I haven't flown the spit at all tonight. I actually used the proper engine cutout switches just then, which are just above the fuel valves.
Yeah. I wasn't going to jump out of DCS necessarily, I'll just jump out of the module and figure out what I'm going to do next.
On top of that, I'm going to jump in a spit, catch him at some point.
Okay.
So, for the sake of the viewers, we just had nice successful mission going out and finding a Dave. When people have to leave their aircraft, they end up on the ground and they can be rescued, and they're all called Dave but have different numbers behind them. So we just located a Dave in a nice bright red vehicle, using with Laxor in that seat there, the navigator seat, although he wasn't visible, and he was operating all this radio equipment behind me and using the loop aerial for directional finding, and we found him that way, and that was very pleasing, very successful mission. Quite a long flight, but very successful, very nice mission. Not just flying around, but flying around for a particular purpose, and that's good. I'm not going to jump in a spit unless anyone wants to fight me for it. Okay, for the sake of anyone that's just joined, we've just had a very successful mission, Laxor and I, flying in a Mosquito. Laxor was navigator and radio operator, and we went out and we located Dave, who was in his very nice bright red vehicle, and we located him by Laxor operating all the radio equipment that's behind us in the Mosquito, and he's operating the loop directional aerial, and we found him by that. So that was very nice. Yeah, I thought he wasn't going to make it. And the other good thing about what we just did was that I put long range tanks on the Mosquito for that, and of course they eventually run out, and you kind of forget, and as we were flying back home the engines started to sound like they were failing, and it's because the long range tanks were exhausted, so I had to flip the valves to go back onto normal main tanks, so that was also quite good. If anyone wants to ask a question or ask me to do anything, please do. Can't necessarily oblige, but let me know.
Request refueling. Request
Copy.
rearming.
Copy. Refueling complete.
Let's put the nav lights on. Cool, strong switch. Right, nav lights are on. I don't want the flaps down, that's for sure, not for takeoff. Okay, good to go. Except I didn't take the brake off. saw ahead of me in rescue tank. Alexa, if you copy, I'm off the 6. He might not have his radio on. Really got any ammo left, so there's no point in having to go out the bridge, and by the time I go down and get rearmed, it's going to be time to finish anyway, so I'm just enjoying a little fly around with my script. Oh, that's all landed. I'm going to do the same, and I will probably do at that point forward. In case you're receiving, I'm going down. Pretty much out of ammo.
Yeah, it works. For some reason, my BTT1 doesn't work until I go into the mappings and remind it that it works.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I didn't have any, when you were on my tail earlier on, flying around with me, I was saying that I didn't have any bullets on me at that point, so I was going to come in and land, either to change modules or to arm. I haven't quite decided yet.
Oh, that was clumsy. Broke me prop. What a mess, what a mess. But I was going to fold there anyway, so there's no real big shakes. A good night though.
Yeah, it was a shame that once again there was one section of the code that refused to run correctly. But
Okay, well I suspect you'll get it, not too long.
it's towards the end. And we'd have been able to do it again in a different location, straight going to request a new one.
Yeah.
I got itself stuck in it's running and can't end at the moment.
Sorry, I might have keyed over the top, so I missed some of that.
So because it didn't end properly, we can't trigger a new hide and seek, so they will be there now until the server restarts. And I can find out why it's throwing the exception that it is.
Okay, so when it does the flares bit that you're talking about, then it will know that it's finished and it'll allow you to do a new Dave, I guess. Okay, well, if you're receiving, I'm going to fold now, and I'm going to try not to get too involved and try and turn in a bit earlier.
I clicked off of DCS. If it's not one thing, it's not. Okay.
Right, well, catch you next weekend, I guess.
Yeah, I will, I'll try and put some time in during the week to see if I can find out what the problem is, and then hopefully, maybe Friday, we'll have a working scenario.
Okay, well, no sweat if you can. That's fine. Don't use too much time and effort on it. But although it's gonna be your own satisfaction now, you know, own satisfaction thing now, isn't it? Okay, well, I'll catch you next week then.
Alright, you take care.
So take care, TTFN. Right, and for the sake of my stream, I'm now going to fold the stream, and we'll be flying again next Friday and Saturday. So if you want to join us then, be most welcome. Thanks for being there right now, whoever you are. Even if you're a bot, thank you, bot. And I'm going to close now. So good night, TTFN.